Now, obviously, like us being men, we're usually the big spoon, but it's nice to be the little spoon sometimes, I'll say.
Oh, facts.
I don't know how you can be the little spoon. You're like 8 feet tall, bro.
It's called jetpacking.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's where the girl's like kind of on your back.
I've never heard that before, and that's hysterical.
All aboard! It's time for Choo Choo with Jay Sherga.
I don't even know how to start this, so we're just
Can I start it?
No, it's his show, Billy.
All right.
It's the first one.
You can start. You can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe this is the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard! It is the Sherga Express. Let's roll! Choo-choo! Let's go!
That's going to sound amazing on somebody's car speakers.
Turn me up. Let's get it.
You know what's funny? That's probably better than anything I could have said. So I might keep that and just use it for a while.
Use it for every single episode. You have my permission. Because I love you, bro.
Dude,
Let's do it.
That's my best friend right there.
My dog.
You want some royalties?
Sure, whatever you want.
I was hoping he'd say no. Shit.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
I want to be royal. But in terms of royalties for that, nah. Take it, keep it, enjoy it. Chugga chugga.
Choo
Choo
choo.
choo.
might
Let's
be
rip
right.
this. Let's
I
rip
love
this
that.
thing.
We're
Come on.
wrapping up.
Come on, Sherga.
Wow. All right. Well, anyway, guys, welcome to the first episode here of Choo Choo. Garage boozing was a thing in the past, and I explained it on the last episode of Garage Boozing. But if you didn't check that out, we did a rebrand, so here we are, new studio. Well, actually, same studio, just different setup. Still in the garage. I'm drinking water, not alcohol. Dry January, but
Hey, cheers, bro.
cheers, love it. Is there alcohol in there?
No,
Hot.
Arizona iced tea,
Good.
baby.
Love it, baby.
We said love it at the same time. Real quick, Billy,
What a
I just
life.
want to say, dude, even with headphones on, your hair still looks perfect.
Well, you have to prepare. You got to stay locked in so you don't have to get locked in. Be ready for anything to come your way. Didn't know what I'd be doing tonight with headphones or not, but I was ready for it clearly, and that's why we're here, ready to go.
And look at that posture. My posture sucks. And
Yeah.
Billy's just like,
I'm getting a little self-conscious over here.
You have to be present to understand that posture is huge, because if you're looking like this and you're trying to get things done, no one's going to take you seriously. But prop yourself up, look professional, you feel sharp, you can breathe better, you enunciate better, you're ready to go.
Wow.
let's see how long I can hold this. Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce my guests, of course. If you guys have seen Garage Boozing, they both have been here before. I think you both said it's your third time here.
Number 3 for me, yeah.
Number 3.
Look at that,
Nice.
crazy. So, but first time here on Choo Choo. So to my left, your right, if you're watching on YouTube, we have Billy Floyd. To my right, your left, if you're watching on YouTube, we have Hunter Werner. Guys, welcome back to the garage, but welcome to the very first episode of Choo Choo.
Let's do it.
Dude, this is sick. What you did with the rebrand in the studio, the chairs look amazing. I love the train signage, the carpet. I don't know if they can see that on camera,
You know,
but
I don't even think they can.
it
But
perfectly matches the chairs. They're very comfortable and it's very professional here.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
love what you did, and it's awesome that you're elevating. You're evolving with the times, and you're making things better for yourself and everybody who's going to come on this show. So props to you, bro.
what a guy. If I ever want to feel good, I'm just going to call Billy Floyd.
I'm your
Holy
wingman,
shit.
dog.
Love
Like
that.
that.
I'm your wingman, dog. What can I
And
say?
everybody watching home, make sure you subscribe and make sure you comment on how much you like the new studio.
Wingman move.
Love that. Big wigman move. Speaking of the signs he was talking about, I actually got a nice little Choo Choo like light up sign, but the camera wouldn't pick it up and it looked all blurry. So now we got road signs.
It looks better, I think.
Really?
It's a nice touch. I really feel like I'm on a train and I'm ready to roll. Conductor
I
Sherga.
really feel like I'm on a train.
That's right. I am the conductor of the Sugar Express. Choo Choo, baby. But you just said wingman, so let's just get right into it real quick. Hunter is the, what do you call your role at Wingman of the Year, actually? CEO, founder, what?
The Wingman
The.
of the Year.
What an answer.
Well, Billy really made me realize that that's what I should start calling myself, because he always like, the Wingman of the Year. Like,
Wingman.
and I'd be like, I am the Wingman of the Year. So it's almost, I don't want to say it's an alter ego, but
That would be a great email signature, too. Just the wingman in bold.
I do sign off sometimes with that, yeah.
That's beautiful.
The.
It's so cool that you don't even need a title for your own company. You're just the guy.
Yeah.
You're basically saying, I'm him of my company and I'm owning this shit like I should be, and you are, and that's what makes you special, bro. That's what makes you the best at what you do.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you for helping me realize that the is everything.
I'm your wingman, dog.
But yeah, Max used to call me the CEO, and I fucking hate that term because you can just start a company and like anyone could be a CEO. Maybe if it gets like super successful and I accomplish all my dreams.
When it gets super successful,
then I'll still probably want to be called the Wingman of the Year, but CEO wouldn't feel as fraudulent.
the wingman. I love saying that.
Timothy Wingman.
That's it.
I like that. I might want to rebrand myself. Speaking of rebrands here,
Hey,
my middle name is William. I was thinking about going by Bill.
You're gonna go by Bill,
Yeah, so Bill and Billy.
but I like Hunt. I love Hunt. And when you're a hunter, that means you're on the attack. You're someone who is a hunter. You're always going after something. You're always chasing something that's bigger than life, and you're doing something different, bro. So I would stick to that, and that's who you are. That's your roots, and you're a man that goes and kills. And when you kill, you feed everybody around you, and we all get better, and we all win, and we all celebrate, and we all go up. Choo choo, baby.
Wow. You got to tell my dad that because he's disappointed that I don't hunt.
Well, you're hunting in your own way.
The modern day.
It's your way, which means it's the way, because your way is the only way. So if you're going to hunt like this on social media, in the trenches, on camera, and you're killing, you're slaying, you're creating, now on stage as a dating show host.
That's crazy. We were talking about that like after we did that first one, when we can put dating show host on our Instagram bio. We're like, that's going to feel good.
Few more shows,
Yeah.
and I think after this one, you got to put that in your bio because this is going
No,
to
it's already there.
It's already there.
Oh, you put it there.
I think I put it in a couple days before the show,
Love
the
it.
first one.
Already locked in.
But
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, speaking of like hunting and chasing things down, I've been locking in bachelorettes for you, man.
This is why he's the wingman of the year, because he is in it at all times. Chase, he's been telling me, him and Max, they've been reaching out via DM. They've been connecting with different girls. They've been trying to find the right people for this show because he knows what I'm into. He knows I love ambition. He knows I love people who really get after it, quite like a hunter would, quite like this hunter would.
Wow.
And I know that he's been putting in timeless work to make this the best show possible. And I got to do my part by being myself. That's what I can only do, and that's what I can control. And when it's showtime on February 14th, things are going to be rolling.
So actually, let's backtrack real quick. So to explain that, so those of you that haven't been here before, this is the very first episode of Choo Choo, for example, here. Hunter, the Wingman. What is Wingman of the Year?
So it's a digital media company. We've done a lot of transitions, a lot of rebranding over the years, but it's a digital media network highlighting dating shows and just proving that anyone can be a wingman. And I quite literally mean anybody can be a wingman. It doesn't always have to be dating. It just means being a good person, being a good friend, and doing the right thing. So, and we just want to make positive content and, you know, make an impact. With these dating shows, I think I've been saying to you, Billy, I want to impact the fucking population. I want to hook that many
Absolutely.
people up. So it's an outlet for escapism and just positivity and whatnot and dating shows, and it's a good place to be.
That was short, sweet, and to the point. Like, boom. I love it.
I've been getting dialed in on it.
I love it.
You know what I love about Wingman too, kind of like you said about being a good person, with this dating show, yes, you're being my wingman, hooking me up with the
Right.
potential bachelorette, but you're also
Billy's the Bachelor.
I'm very excited. This is going to be such a smash, but
Smash.
giving
Smashing.
people the opportunity to come together. This is going to be huge because you have new people networking. You have people who know me, people who know you. When you're putting on events like this, when you're putting on a show, you are now also connecting other people in the community. Obviously, being in the digital world, it's always online, and you can always, get people interlocked some way, somehow through Messenger or the comments or meeting people online. But when you can bring everybody together, I mean, that's the ultimate wingman move because you never know who you're going to meet at these events, especially when we're all kind of associated and know of each other to some extent. So now that this thing is going live at these shows, it's only going to be big business for Wingman, and it's going to continue to grow.
Absolutely. So this is going to be the second live dating show that you hosted.
Yep.
The first one you actually kind of hosted together.
We sure did.
Yep.
So now one of the hosts is going to be the Bachelor. But Hunter, what made you interested in doing a live dating show? Like, where did the idea come from?
Well, I mean, Wingman of the Year, the first thing people typically think of when they think of Wingman is a classic bar scenario, buddy helping you pick up a girl. That's the 75% of the time you think of that. So I'm trying to rebrand that with some of our other content and whatnot. Like I said, just be a good person. But a lot of it does go back to dating and whatnot. And we've seen a lot of our successful content. I'm huge into the numbers, the analytics, and the marketing and whatnot. And I see any of the content we've done, the best stuff always goes back to dating. And I think when I even had this idea 5 years ago, one of the first ideas was like, let's do a dating show. I didn't know what aspect it was going to be in. So there's going to be more than just the live dating shows. We got in-studio shows as well, like Hot Date and Love Bomb and whatnot. But I think it was the next natural thing. We needed our own product, and we needed to take it in another direction and, have our own thing.
Absolutely. All right. So, live dating shows. Okay. So the first Wingman of the Year live was at Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs.
Yep.
Now this one, we're taking it up a notch, and we're going to the Funny Bone, Crossgates Mall in Albany.
Yes.
How did you get that done?
We actually booked it before we even did our other show. But we sold out the first show. We were in talks. We were trying to have that next show happen. We wanted to be ahead of the game because we saw all the buzz around it. Why wouldn't we try to do another show? Actually, Billy was talking, just kind of like being in the right place, right time. We actually went to a Funny Bone show before, and the manager recognized me from some of my other content, some content we don't even like really do anymore, the bar reviews. She saw my first ever bar review. She was like, hey, she was like, Wingman of the Year. And I was like, oh, shit. And then we had that point of contact. We reached out to her while we were planning our first show, and then we made it happen. So, I mean, just putting yourself out there, quite literally, this is the best thing you can do. You never know when an opportunity is going to strike. So, did that answer the question? I forgot what it was.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I'd say so.
It's just crazy how you never know when someone's watching. That's why you have to be in it 100% at every single moment. One of my favorite stories from when I was growing up is the classic. I'm a huge Yankee fan. I love Derek Jeter. My favorite athlete of all time. I have a tattoo of him on my back. He is the guy for me.
Number one.
Number one.
All day.
And back in the late 90s, one of his first spring training camps or whatnot, he's kind of walking off the field and getting back into the clubhouse. And Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball, when he was still around, he goes over to Jeter and he's like, look, dog, you got to be locked in. You got to be hustling off the diamond every single time because you never know who's watching. And as soon as Donnie said that to Derek, he clicked and he's like, I'm running everything out no matter what at any time that comes. So now you know him as the hustler, the guy that runs to first base when he grounds out to the pitcher. You know him as the guy that runs on and off a practice field, and you never know who's watching. And look what happens. He's the most respected baseball player and one of the most respected athletes of all time. So that's a huge point to make. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching your content. You never know who's listening to your podcast. You never know whose life you're changing. So for you to be in that situation, it doesn't surprise me because you're always in it, Hunter.
Yeah, and that was something I thought a piece of content was going to have, like, no effect. That was my first bar review. I was just winging it, and she saw the first ever one. I was like, no way. I didn't know people even knew that existed. But I mean, yeah, just take every at bat as best you can, put out your best self every time and get better. And then, the old saying of like, it's all about who you know.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. Big believer in that, for sure.
I mean, that's why we're here now, Chase.
Yeah, for sure.
That we know you through like mutuals and whatnot, and this kind of happened, and we're doing this now, man.
Yeah, we met each other through mutual stuff like that. Really, I think social media is how we all became friends. But I'm a wingman now too, which is great. Thank you very much.
Anyone can be a wingman.
Chase the salesman Shurga.
That's true. I'm very happy to be a part of the team.
We're gonna get him on content too, though.
Oh, that's a definite.
Love bomb.
That has to be a must. Yeah, get on that program, show your pretty face, that luscious hair, and just go crazy for us,
bro. That luscious hair.
Do what you do best. You have some of the most iconic hair in the area, so let it be known and let it be shown.
Wow, my guy. Yeah, so Love Bomb's going to be a show coming in the future. Be watching for that. I'm your host.
Woo!
Where were we before that?
It's all about who you know.
Oh, yeah, not what you know, who you know. Big believer in that. So how did you guys meet? Same thing?
Social media. I saw him through Two Buttons and whatnot. I saw him, I think one of his first videos he did with him, And you could even reverse engineer this story. He told me how he got linked up with 2 buttons and it was through mutuals and whatnot. And just putting that energy out there, you put it on camera, you never know who's going to watch. But I saw a video of Billy at the track and his energy came through the fucking camera.
For sure.
And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I need to meet him.
Thanks,
he
bro.
stood out to me. Yeah, absolutely. And I went to Albany Empire game. I was like, fuck, that's Billy Floyd. And I just moved to Albany. I'm like, and I remember
It's
I was,
him.
no, yeah, I was like nervous. To, like,
Look at the smile on his face.
me and Max were like, should we go up to him? And we're like, fuck it. Like, and it was one of the best things we ever did. But I remember this dude was fucking blitzed, dude. You were high as fuck.
Oh man, yeah, those were back in some of the summer days, but
It's just back in the summer days.
yeah, it was 2021. But it's cool to look back at that moment. It's cool to look back when we did first connect because
Are we allowed to keep that in?
yeah, whatever. When
It's legal.
When we look back to 2021, I mean, they had just started Wingman of the Year. I had just moved back from being a news broadcaster in Wyoming and Oregon for the past 3 years. And when you came up to me and when you introduced who you are and what you do, instantly you have that mutual respect because you see young guys, young people trying to create something and trying to make something for themselves for the greater good. And it's so easy to support other people when you're in that space. And it's our job, and it should be a requirement that we are getting after it and trying to make those connections, because the more people you know, the higher you're going to go, and then the more people you can then get connected with, and you have no idea who can help you. If you're trying to do it all by yourself, or if you're afraid to approach people because you're thinking, ooh, they're too good for me, or their energy's too high, or they're too positive, they're probably this. How the hell do you know that unless you go up to them and say, what up? If I was a total asshole and I just treated you like shit, then at least you would have been able to say, well, I tried it with Billy and I went up to him, but you did go up to me and it did work out because I'm not like that. But if you never did because you were afraid of me being an asshole, then maybe none of this would have ever happened and we wouldn't be able to share this positive energy.
Yeah, I don't think I was scared that you'd be an asshole. I just think it was outside my comfort zone. I grew up a shy kid and whatnot, but that win right there, like because I just got going, you just like accepted me. Because I think you followed us back on social media. And, like, even that was, like, you know, get, like, a fucking follow. It's like, and you were, like, liking our videos. Like, just dropping a like, that means so much to somebody. Like, just to show them that you fuck with their content. Like, it's not easy sometimes. But, yeah, you doing that. And I'm like, dude, would you come on the podcast? You did it. And then, Jesus, it's like 3 years later at this point. I don't know where the hell the time's gone. But
like I said, man, when you see someone who's doing something special, support it and be about it. Quite often in this day and age, everyone's too afraid to try anything because they're obsessed with looking the part and being perfect.
Image, yeah.
So they don't do anything, and instead they sit on the sideline and they're going to chirp and holler and say negative things about the men or the women in the arena. So here I am, a guy that lives in the arena. I would die for the arena, and I see another gentleman and another in you and Max here fighting, trying to do something on social media, in person, making content. How could I not say, yo, let's team up, let's lock in, and let's see how far we can go together and support each other rather than staying on the sidelines and watching everybody else live a life that they definitely want to live. So the fact that we got to come together through that mutual agreement of like, hey, we're both out here trying to do stuff. Let's see if we can help each other. And then the rest is history. And we're just getting started too, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
that's what social media is great for that. For like, I view it as networking, right?
Oh, for sure.
I use it for that. But there's so many people that are ghosts on it. And it's like, is a negative thing. And you're kind of, there's people out there that aren't rooting for you. They want to see you fail. They're not liking it. It's a toxic thing, but I think a lot of people hate social media. I love it. There's some days I hate it.
I love it.
But it could be used for positivity. And I think we should use that. And then, like, the only reason we're in this room, like you, me, or you two, is because of the internet. So the internet's the greatest wingman of all time.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, back to what you both were kind of saying, like, I'm a big believer if someone's making content and, like, not even content. Like, if I'm following you on Instagram and you post a picture, I like it. Like, I scroll through my Instagram and I'm usually like, you know? Just because, like, if you're out there putting stuff out, social media, people like us, for example, content creators, whatever, if you're putting something out there, I'll support you. I'll click the like button. And if
Absolutely.
if you're really going out and doing something, I put it on my story. I share everything all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
you're a great sharer.
Hey, I appreciate that.
I remember the first time you asked me to be on the podcast. Like, I think we just started like just liking each other's stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, that's how you like do it with like a girl, right? You just start liking each other's photos,
Yeah,
like each other's
exactly.
stories, and but like it's us like, you want to do a podcast together? I guess it's kind of the guy thing to do, but
I'm pretty sure I met both of you guys in the garage. At the
well,
podcast.
I saw. I
Yeah.
think you came on first.
Yeah, because
And then-
my good friend JoJo was
Yes.
on here, and he told me
Yes.
about you. And when I saw those clips and heard that interview, I'm like, holy cow, this is great. And JoJo's like, anytime JoJo Koza puts me on to someone, it's going to be good. He's like, you got to meet Chase. You got
Shout
to
out
lock in with
JoJo.
Chase. Shout out JoJo Koza, one of my best friends to ever exist. He's killing it in Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
Yep.
But he put me on to you, and ever since we linked up that first time, it was just, we had that connection. And then I think you knew Hunter through me type stuff, and we all just have so many mutual connects of good people. Like, our networks right now are insane because
yeah.
of what we're creating and what we're pushing. And even if there's not validation, even if there's not crazy money coming in right now, I will stand on business and I will stand on what I'm doing because I know where I'm going. And I know that the people that I have on my team, the people who will ride for me, they are the best possible people ever. No one in my circle is someone where it's like, oh yeah, they're just kind of a pain. They're kind of this, they're kind of slack. And everyone is moving at a high level, at a high pace. And that's what makes me move at a high level and a high pace. And over time, we will outpace those who, again, are on the sidelines, not in the arena. So let's continue to support those who are doing their best to stay in the arena as a performer, as a fighter, as a hunter.
As a hunter.
Dude, that transition. But so yeah, if anyone's watching and you're creating content, it doesn't even have to be content. Reach out. Like I feel like I've met everybody that's doing content in the area specifically. I haven't seen anything new come out, but if you are starting something, reach out.
Send
If
us
you
a
wanna talk to-
message.
yeah,
That's
DM us.
That's the thing too. We're talking about social media.
People forget that part.
Social media. It is meant for socialization. It is meant for connection. I'm someone who loves to swipe up on a story, say what up, congratulations, happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Imagine like not complimenting someone when they do something really cool. Like, just say this is sick. You already feel it. Just say it. And people like us, reach out, like you said, at any time, shoot us a message, ask us a question. I don't care if you ask me an entire paragraph worth of questions. I'm going to get back to it because I want to help anybody
Yep.
who's trying to do it. And that's why we're all wingmen, and that's why we're all part of what you've built, Hunt.
Trying, man. There's a long way to go, and we're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Like we said before, we're only getting started, boys.
Just the beginning.
It's scary.
I know.
It's scary. We've come fucking far, but there's a lot more to do.
Moving
Oh,
fast.
moving fast.
Outpacing
This
the
train's
competition.
moving downhill.
This
Yep.
train, choo choo, baby. Back to what we were saying before, like when I saw you guys on social media and stuff, I remember I saw the Wingman of the Year Instagram page, and immediately, I told you this a million times, the second I saw that name, I was like, yo, that's a hell of a name, you know? And then
Beautiful.
the content even went along with it and stuff. I was just like, dude, this is somebody I got to talk to. And now look at us. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys co-hosted the first live dating show, and now Billy is the bachelor. How did Billy become the bachelor? Oh, I like that response.
Let me think of a way to put this.
I can take it if you don't want it.
No, here, let me go.
I can take it if you don't want it. That's fine.
let me get this rep in here.
Go
That's-
crazy.
It's all
That's
about
what
reps.
she said.
Go crazy.
So after the show, we were very happy with our performance. We thought we crushed it. It exceeded my expectations, at least. I think it exceeded yours.
I was there.
100%.
Crushed
And-
it.
I had a great time.
And the number one thing, this is why I'm very convinced we're going to make it, is like I was happy with the performance, but I'm like, there's so much that we could do better. And I'm like, oh, man, this shit's going to blow the fuck up once we fix all this stuff. And there's always going to be stuff to get better. And that's life for you. But Billy called me after the show. It might have been like 12:30. Usually this guy's sleeping by then. He gets up at like 4 in the morning. It's
Crazy, dude.
crazy. Anyway, but it was a late night. It was a great night for us. And Billy called me up. Or no, I think he texted Max and I, and he's like, I need to be the next bachelor.
Absolutely.
He wanted to set the fucking standard.
No doubt in my
Oh,
mind.
so it was your idea.
It was all my
Dude,
idea.
and he sold me right there. I'm like, I mean, we had a conversation a week or two later, like talk about it legit, but I'm like, there's probably nobody better to set the standard of what we expect our bachelor to be than Billy Floyd. The guy's electric on camera. He never says the wrong thing. And we need to set that example of like, I view this as if anybody's on my content, like the Wingman stuff, where like I'm trying to hook you up with like some love life or, you know, a connection. That's a privilege. And if I put 4 bachelorettes in front of you, or 4 bachelors if it's a bachelorette, that's a damn privilege. Like, don't abuse it. So I want Billy to set the standard and he wants to set the standard of what that privilege is.
And I absolutely love that. So, Billy, I'm going to hit you with a couple questions here in a second.
Okay.
But
Great job, Hunter, too.
Yeah, crushed it.
This guy is getting so damn sharp when it comes to answering questions, being on camera, hosting, you name it. I've seen it from the beginning, and like we keep saying, it just keeps getting better, bro. So, standout job.
It's literally all confidence. This is my pro tip. Just keep doing something. And, like, you've literally seen the first podcast we've done together. You've probably seen I'll admit, I was nervous before the first show. Billy's like, dude, don't even think about it. You got this, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm going to be hosting this one, like, by myself while Billy's up there with me. But I remember I'm like, Billy, I need you up there. He's watched me literally, my confidence grow, and it's been the greatest thing for me.
Yeah, you said you used to be a shy kid, and I couldn't tell that now.
Dude, I'm telling you,
beauty,
if you
bro.
got somebody on the podcast that I went to high school with, they'd be like, that's not the same dude.
It's crazy.
Not the same dude.
Well, we're supposed to change here. Hello. We're
Elevate.
not supposed to stay the same,
We're
dog.
elevating.
You know what's crazy, too? Real quick. People will always treat you for how they knew you, and they'll never treat you for the new you, which is one of the biggest fuckeries you could ever draw up in human society. So when people are going to treat you as they knew you, you say, well, you know what? I don't really want to know you anymore. So let's move on from that, and let's move on to people who want to be around the new me, the better me, the evolved me. And that's why we're here today. So look at that.
You surround yourself with good wingmen and positivity. That's the key.
Leave them in the past, baby. We're too locked in. What's up,
I
Chase?
fucking love that. I was just like, wow, man. Every time you talk, it's just like, whew, the room elevates, man.
Gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real around here.
So for those people that don't know, Hunter, how does this live dating show work? And then I'm going to hit you with some questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so the live one, it's called Wingman of the Year Live. I got super creative on that one. It's an awesome name. And
It works.
we're still switching the script around to really dial it in. Like I said, I always want to stay liquid on content. I want to stay water because I don't want to be stuck in my ways because there's probably always something you can do better. And that includes like the structure of this show. But pretty much
What does that mean?
staying liquid.
Yeah.
I like that.
And just be able to adapt and evolve. Like I'm trying to think like don't be blockbuster.
Where does that come from? Is that a term?
Oh, you're tripping me out, man.
I mean,
I'm the high one here.
I feel like I'm high.
when I think of water, I think of flow.
Yeah,
Things are flowing.
Yeah, you got to take the shape of the container you're in. You're not going to all of a sudden just be the container. We're in this world.
Oh, I like how you just said that.
Yeah, like
Say that one more time. You got to take the shape of the container.
You got that. Yeah, that's what being liquid means.
Liquid. I'm
You
adding that
gotta-
to my vocabulary.
You got to be. You can't change the outside, the world around you. Really, just focus on what you can control. I think is. Would you say that?
Yeah, you're
Go-
getting
go
great,
with the
bro.
flow.
100%.
Yeah. So
I totally cut you off there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I just wanted to add it to my vocabulary.
So pretty much the way the show works, there's going to be one bachelor or one bachelorette. This is only the second live show. We're doing a bachelor again. We'll eventually get to a bachelorette. Maybe the next show. To be determined. But anyway, there's going to be 3 to 4 bachelorettes. And we're going to bring up the bachelor, Billy. We're going to interview him. Like, Billy, what's your type? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to bring the bachelorettes out. They're going to have a walkout song. It's going to be like an NBA game or something here. And pretty much, we're going to go from there. They're going to have a wingman, and each wingman has got to pitch the bachelorette. Billy's going to be blindfolded, and then he'll have to pick who has the best wingman pitch. And then there's some, like, they get incentivized if they have the best wingman because it's all about being a good wingman. And then the show goes on. We're going to slowly eliminate. I don't like using the word eliminate because it's really not a competition. You know what I mean? Billy's going to pick who's the best for him at the end of the day. But it's an interactive dating show, and people are going to be a part of this. Like, quite literally, the people are going to have a choice in who their favorite bachelorette is. and who's right for Billy. So they're going to wingman for Billy. Billy's also going to have like his best friend there, or a couple of them actually, to wingman for him. I'll be wingman for him on stage as well. The whole crowd will. And everybody's going to have a say, and we're going to find Billy love at the end of the night, hopefully. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff in between there.
Yeah, so Billy, let me ask you now. Why did you want to be the Bachelor?
I wanted to be the Bachelor because I personally love, and I love relationships so much. Like, my favorite topic to talk about is dating, being alone, who do you like, what do you like, what is your type, why are you the way you are, what have you learned from love? And I know from my personal experience, I've learned pretty much almost everything through being in relationships and being in relationships with people that I heavily admire. So I feel like I'm very good at being myself when it comes to wanting to attract the right person for me. And I haven't had a girlfriend or anything very serious in over 3 years now.
I was going to ask that. Okay.
And ever since like 6th and 7th grade, like 6th grade, I had a girlfriend for a week. 7th grade, had a classic like few month girlfriend. 8th grade, same thing. So pretty much ever since 6th grade, I haven't gone more than like a year or so without a girlfriend. Like, I always had different girlfriends, or they would last for like a year and a half. Then we'd break up. Then I'd have a new one by the next 6 months or year. So 3 years for me is a really, really long time. And
Dude, 3 years for anybody's a long time.
yeah, really long time. And I just haven't
I'm just grabbing my coffee.
I just haven't found anybody that makes me feel the way that I felt in the past with other people. Not to compare or show like, oh, like I'm comparing every single girl to my old girlfriends and whatnot, but I haven't found anybody that makes me feel alive. I haven't found anybody that makes me want to be in a relationship, and maybe I don't do it for them as well. So I'm excited to try something new and see how this show goes.
So why is now the time?
I think now is the time because I'm feeling more like myself. I've done a lot to be at a level where I can be more proud of myself. I've done a lot of work on myself over the past 3 years. I love being on stage. I love what Hunter and Max and the whole team has done with Wingman of the Year. And I'm just, like Hunter said, this is a privilege. Are you kidding me? You have a team working for you to get you 4 incredible people to potentially go out on a date with you so you can explore what that relationship
When
is
he
going
puts
to
it
look
like
like.
that, I feel like Billy should be paying me.
Yeah, right?
It's really insane.
service.
How could I not take advantage of that? And I know that when I'm on that stage, I'm going to do a really great job of answering questions. I have a lot of great questions that I want to ask these ladies, and I'm going to be myself. And I know that I can entertain. I know that I'm going to bring a positive spice to this dating world, because everybody knows that the dating world right now is an absolute joke. It's a disaster. Everybody loves to be toxic. Everybody likes to go back. Everybody likes to have someone. Nobody likes to be alone. Everybody's wasting their time on the apps. Everybody's wasting their time trying to find love at a bar when you're drunk and you're not even in the right headspace to do anything proper. No one understands what it means to really be invested and to really find something that could mean something to you for the long term. Everyone is looking. No one is looking within and then trying to do whatever they can to attract what is meant for them. Everyone has the wrong perspective. And when I say everyone, I'm not saying every single person. I'm saying a majority of the people. So I want to be that positive influence that puts the right spin on, not saying how you should do it, but I'm offering another avenue, because whatever you're probably doing right now to get the guy or the girl is not working. Like I said, the apps, the dating, the drinking, the chasing, the pursuing, the
chasing.
toxicity.
The chasing.
I like this chase, but I don't like chasing women. I don't like when women chase guys. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is work on what you need to work on for you and yourself, and eventually what you're going to get is bigger and better than what you're even thinking of, and it's going to come at the right time. And I know if I'm on stage doing what I do best with the best people, maybe I won't find love and get married, but maybe I'll go out on a date and meet someone that I can help and they can help me.
A connection.
A connection. Maybe the girls that I don't end up picking, Maybe we develop a friendship and we support each other. Maybe one of them has a podcast that I really enjoy. Then I'm on that podcast being interviewed. Then someone hears that podcast and then they want me for something. You have no idea where the stuff can go.
Your DMs, like somebody could slide in your DMs after, but being a good wingman, all we're trying to do here is give you an opportunity. That's all a wingman does, whether it's
Hell yeah.
Yep.
whether it's like being a reference to get your friend a job or something. All you're doing is giving somebody an at-bat. It's like giving somebody a pinch hit off the bench. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, and like you said, maybe you won't fall in love with that person, but like maybe you'll meet their older sister and fall in love with them.
Or
You have no idea.
Maybe their mother.
Or you could like learn a lesson on stage. You know what I mean?
There is always, in every situation, zero expectation. All you can do is expect from yourself that you are going to do the best you can possibly do. And whatever happens after that is up to the universe. It's up to God.
Hell
it's
yeah.
up to whatever you believe in. But if you're going to go into these opportunities thinking, I need to have a girlfriend after this, or this is stupid, this is not going to amount to anything. Well, you're just a moron, with all due respect. You have to go into it thinking, I'm going to control what I can control. And then if this happens,
liquid.
this happens.
Stay
Stay
liquid.
liquid. Just be flowing. And when you're flowing, when you're in control of yourself, that's how you can control everything around you. Then you can start to control the uncontrollables without even trying to control anything because you're just so focused on what you're doing. So when I'm on that stage, it's me, it's my thoughts, it's my feelings, it's who I am, it's Hunter doing his thing, it's the ladies who are going to bring it. I know they're going to be
Yeah, they
superstars out there. The crowd is going to bring that energy. And then whatever happens after that, we will see. But for right now, all I know is we're going to do our best and it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. So, Hunter, obviously you know Billy very well, very well by
Just
this
a little
point.
bit.
Yeah, right. So, what's your thought process here by, like, how you're finding these bachelorettes essentially for Billy the Bachelor?
I'm glad you asked. Well, Billy, I want to be transparent with you. I think you might be one of the most picky men when it comes to women.
I'm
I
so
agree.
happy you said that because
I'm
we've talked about this
proudly
before.
picky.
Respectfully. No,
Yes.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You are picky as hell.
I'm
you should
proudly
be.
picky.
You
You
should
know,
be.
you have to be picky because you're telling me, think about it. I have a standard and it might be very, very high. If I were to go below that standard, is that saying that I love myself? Is that saying that I care about my well-being and what I want to do? Absolutely not. And I love myself more than I love anything else. And if that is not your mentality about who you are, you have a lot of work to do. And I can say that because
Wow.
I have put timeless effort into me becoming the best version of myself. So if you're offended when I say I love myself, then that is on you. I have nothing else to say about that. We're moving on. When it comes to being picky, I'm going to be picky because I know what I want. And if I have to settle even this much, a little smidge, I'm not going to partake because I know what I've had and I know that I need to have it again at a higher level. And I will not settle for something below that, or else that's telling myself, yeah, you're good with that, even though I know that I'm fucking not. Are you joking me? And I think
that.
I said that
think-
with a straight face too. I love it.
I think too many people are just good with it. This is fine. Yeah,
That's the problem with a lot of people.
She's cute. She's fun. She's pretty. She makes me laugh. Yeah, but does she make you better? Does she elevate your game? Does she make you want to be an animal? Does she make you want to freaking destroy? Does she make you want to be something that you've never been before? Does she make you want to get out of your comfort zone? Does she make you want to go get after it? Does she make you want to try stuff? I'm telling you, bro, a lot of people have it so messed up. And the biggest problem, too, is people will say, but I really care about this person, or I love them, or I like them. It's like, but are you obsessed? Do you love it? Do you need it? Do you crave it? Does it make you feel alive? Does it fuel you? If that person doesn't do it for you, you're settling and you need to fucking move on. And I will stand on that till the day I am dead. And that's why I want to be on this show, because I want to be able to educate people on why they're not doing what they should be doing with these relationships. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's laughable. I could go on for days days about how pathetic the dating world is. All these marriages that are just been flopping for years. All these relationships with these young 20-somethings who keep going back and forth because they're too afraid to be alone. Get a fucking break.
Go off, King.
Jesus
did go
Christ.
off.
So I'm gonna say he's not making it easy for you. Or
No. But here's the thing. I think I told Billy that was my main concern. He's like, Hunter, like he said, Billy believes it's a privilege and whatnot. He knows I'm going to do it to the best of my ability and the Wingman team. And he doesn't need to marry these girls. We're just presenting him an opportunity, and he's gonna stay liquid.
I'm going to seize that shit.
He's gonna go up there, do his best. Those girls are gonna do their best. No expectations is the best thing that has been said on this fucking podcast. Like, if you have no expectations, that's the way to life.
Like I said, all you can expect is for you to control what you can control.
Exactly.
And whatever happens, happens. And you know what I stand for. You know what I'm looking for. And you're my wingman. And I love you and I trust you. And I know that you're going to do a great job of picking girls that definitely could potentially be a suitor for me as a connection. And they're going to deliver and give us a hell of a show. And I know for a fact, even if I quote unquote eliminate them, it's all out of love and it's all because we're doing a show. But I know I'm going to have a lot of respect for any woman that gets on that stage, because I'll tell you one thing, from being on stages, from having microphones in my hand my whole life, it's terrifying as hell to get out there. It's one thing if you have a script and you're reading along and you're just following what they're telling you to do, but when you have to be yourself and answer questions that test you, people don't realize how hard that is. Like I said, the people on the sidelines, they can judge all they want, but when you're actually on the stage in the arena, that is a tough, tough gig. So nothing but respect for all the girls that you find. No matter what happens, they're going to kill it just because they're there and they're going to do their best.
And a big thing is opportunities could arise for them. You know?
Absolutely.
No idea.
But,
You have no idea.
But to answer your question, wrap that question up, I'm going to go the best of my abilities, look for bachelorettes for Billy. I kind of know his type and whatnot. Obviously, they're going to be beautiful. They got to have a strong personality and they got to be ambitious, but personality is half the battle and whatnot. So there is an entertainment aspect to this show too. So I need to make sure they're comfortable being on stage, and I need somebody that can maybe match this energy over here.
Bring it, baby. Come on.
What is there, like 8? Is there 7 or 8 billion people on the earth now?
I think we hit 7. It used to be 6.
I feel like we might be like 8.
Probably 8 or so, yeah.
But anyway,
Let's look it up. Keep going. I'll look it up.
yeah, so I'm only looking for 4 women on this show, 4 bachelorettes. The odds are not in my favor to find your future wife, but I'm damn well gonna fucking try.
I ain't got no expectations. I just know you're going to find people who will do a great job. And
8
like
billion.
you said, 8 billion.
Yep.
Sure, like you said, opportunity could arise. Maybe they've never been on a stage before and they get a taste of it and they say, I need this. I need to do it. And then boom, they start making content. Boom, they start podcasting. Boom, they start hosting something. You have no idea. This is the ultimate privilege. Whether you're a girl on that stage as a bachelorette, whether you're me as the bachelor, you on stage as the host, this being yourself thing in the eyes of others, ultimate privilege ever.
And just putting yourself out there, it's just like a way of life. Like the actual show, like The Bachelor, there's 32 girls that go on that. 31 are going home.
32 girls sounds kind of cool.
It is. I think he's got to eliminate like half of them the first night too.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy.
But you know how many opportunities probably arise out of that? Like, I don't like. There could be like jobs or careers for girls that like come on the show. There's so many avenues. It's not just like
The possibilities are endless.
it's not just maybe I'll go on a second date with Billy Floyd. And all these girls that I found for you so far, they have killer personalities, and they literally have no expectations. They're
Cool.
like they're just happy to be there and
My type of gal.
and they were happy to be asked. So
Love
I
it.
think we're gonna do awesome.
I know it. We know it, baby.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. It's going to be a hell of a show. On Valentine's Day, the Funny Bone in Albany.
February 14th, kicking it off.
Bring a date. Bring all your single friends. It's gonna be an awesome time.
I mean, you've done the dinner.
Yep.
You've done the movie. You've done the snuggle sesh. You've done everything already on Valentine's Day. What you haven't done is come to a live dating show. Where have you seen this? Oh, I already know the answer. Nowhere. So why don't you come to the Funny Bone on February 14th and see something that you've never seen before and be a part of history. And we're most definitely going to do the same exact thing next year. But if we're not doing a dating show on Valentine's Day next year, then you can go back to your movies, your snuggle sesh, your classic dinner for Valentine's Day. Might be a once in a lifetime opportunity. Why would you miss it?
And like I said, it's an interactive dating show. We're all going to be trying to wingman for people in the crowd too. I'm going to be asking constantly, who's single in the crowd? Or like, we're going to make this interactive for everybody.
Yes.
So you might be able to find some love there too. And it's going to be, the bar will open up at 6. Show starts at 7:30. And it's a Wednesday. It's Valentine's Day. Show's done by 9, people. You could go home and have that cuddle sesh still. Get your asses there.
Good point about that cuddle sesh. I would love that.
And you can eat dinner here. So you're going out. It's like got a full restaurant.
It's
dinner,
all
show.
in one.
I'm a cuddler.
Dinner, show, dessert, cuddle.
I love
Done.
I love to cuddle.
Boom. Love cuddling.
I'm a huge cuddler.
All-time favorite pastime.
Well, it's going to be a future time soon.
Ooh,
There
I'm
we
here
go.
for it.
So, get your tickets below. Wow, fuck me.
Tickets in the link below.
Tickets in the link below.
Tickets in the link below.
Yeah.
There we go. We crushed it that time. Okay, so obviously, Billy, you're going to have 4 beautiful women to choose from here.
Yes.
A lot of avenues could come from this, but let me ask you this. Obviously, we just established, I knew it, he knew it, that you are very, very picky. I think we've said it a time or two. What is something that would give you the ick? You know what the ick is?
Ick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one.
Like, say, for example, you're on stage here and there's something you hear and you're just like, oof, can't do it.
Someone who doesn't have passion towards something. I don't care what you love doing, but you have to have a passion about what it is. If someone's like, oh yeah, like, I do this. Oh, okay. Like, what else do you do? Yeah, I just do this. And like, this is my job and this is my life and this is what I do. Yeah, but do you have like a vision? Do you have a plan? What are you obsessed with? What are you passionate about? What lights you up? I don't really know, actually. I can't even think of anything. With all due respect, I'm not giving up on you as a person, but I'm giving up on the situation because it's not my job to now help you find something. If you don't know what you're passionate about, especially if you're in your mid-20s, I'm not saying you have to have everything figured out. I don't even have anything figured out. I'm not even close to having things figured out. No one's ever going to get to a point where they say, I have figured out life and I'm winning at every level. But I at least know who I am and what I want to do and what I love doing. So I'm working on ways that I can incorporate everything into one so I can then continue on this journey. So if you're at this point right now and you don't have anything and you just work this job because, it's a job and you don't have anything on the side, you have nothing you're working on, you have nothing you're building on. To me, it's just like, no disrespect, but we're not going to connect because I'm obsessed with who I am and what I do. And you might not feel that way about yourself and what you do. So not in a disrespectful way, but like, yeah, that's an ick where it says to me, we're not going to be anything because you haven't figured out what you want to do yet, or you haven't dove deep enough into yourself. So I don't want to be mean here, but it just won't work. You have to have something. I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire. You have to have your own business. You have to be this. You have to look like this. It's not about that at all. But if you are a coach or a teacher or a doctor or a flight attendant or a nurse or a creator or a CEO and you're just obsessed with it and you love it and this is your passion, that shows me you know what the hell you're doing and you're only going to do great things going on. So naturally, I'm going to be attracted to that and I'm going to want to learn more about you. Not saying I'm in love with you, I need to have you as someone that I date right away, but I want to learn more about you and then we can dive deeper into what you're about and who you are as a person. But having that passion towards something, the biggest factor for me, and if you don't have it, it's respectfully an ick and we're not going to work.
No, I think energy is a real thing. I think that's kind of what you're explaining there and whatnot. And I will say, I'm not some like crazy ladies man here or whatnot, but I will say in the past year, I've done a lot better in that field. And I really try to be self-aware. I'll ask these girls that I've dated, Billy, the one thing they tell, I'm like, what's your favorite thing about me? And girls just used to like me because I was tall or I had like blue eyes or something. The only thing.
Big feet too.
Yeah. The number one thing, the across the board, what the girls are saying is my passion, my drive. If I wasn't doing Wingman, I probably wouldn't have had a conversation with them, but it's elevated my life and they just like the passion. It was not perfect at first. It might not have been the most attractive thing at first. I've stuck with it. The fact that I haven't quit, I might be an attractive partner to somebody because I won't quit on you. You know what I mean? Something like, so that passion, that drive, I think it's across the board. I think that's something that everybody looks for.
And I think that's a hell of an answer. It's
great answer.
Completely the truth. And I think something that aligns with that perfectly, like you said, energy, how you make people feel. I know for a fact that I'm heavily invested in conversations and I'm heavily invested in learning about people. So when I'm talking to someone, especially someone that I'm intrigued in, I will always go over the top to ask them questions, show interest, make them feel special, make them feel wanted. And it's not an act, it's just who I am and what I do. I love making people feel great. I love making people feel important, wanted, seen. Because that's how we all want to be treated. We all want to feel special. We all want to be looked at as someone who's special in their own unique way. So I love taking the time. I have nowhere else to be. If I'm talking to you, I have nowhere else to be. I want to be that person that makes you feel special. And I know for a fact I deserve to feel that way too when someone else is talking to me, trying to learn about me. So if a girl has that energy where she's making me feel meaningful, she's asking me questions, because the amount of time you talk to people and they don't want to answer anything, they don't want to ask you anything, they don't want to show interest in anything. It's like, why are we even having this discussion?
Yeah, that's a turn off.
Show interest in me. Give me that love. Give me my flowers. Give me that respect, because that's what I'm doing with you, because I care. If you don't care and you don't have any energy towards me, then we don't have a connection. Boom, it's over, done. But people who have that energy and there's that connect that you can't fight, you're naturally just going to be about it, and then the conversation will roll, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, and even just, not to cut you off, but even think about it, some people are they might not be looking for a relationship. Let's say they're just looking for sex and whatnot. Sex is one thing. Sex is fucking cool, right?
Oh, sure. Sex is awesome.
But when you have sex with somebody that you have a fucking connection with, I think you can all agree that sex is 10 times better.
With all due respect, I don't even care to get intimate with someone that I don't feel for.
You're
guy.
a better man.
That's a good guy.
You're a better man than me.
To me, it's a waste of everybody's time.
And my girlfriend's upstairs. Oops.
She's in for a freaking whirlwind. But to me, it's that's why I'm picky, because I won't even entertain that next step unless I genuinely feel like I want you as a person. Because I don't look at a girl.
Have you always been like that?
I mean,
what about when you were younger?
When you're younger in high school and college, I think that rule's kind of out the window, because you're young and
you're there to learn.
And you think that if I have sex or if I'm active, if I'm getting it, you think that you're cooler than you actually are. So I think most of the time you're doing things like that for your own ego, because it's oh, I got the girl, or I made it happen, when really you don't even want it. You're just doing it for a stupid reason, just to prove to yourself that you can get girls and you want to show off for your friends type shit. But when you get older and when you are more mature, and I feel like I'm at that point right now, because I've had such intimate connections with multiple different women that were my girlfriends at the time. Once I've experienced that, I can't go back. I can't go back to just finding a girl that is cute to me and I want to just talk to her just so I can get intimate with her. That doesn't make any sense. For me, I'm not saying I need to go find a girlfriend right now just so I can get intimate. I just need to be around someone that I genuinely like, and then we'll see what happens. If we can really connect, if we can really talk, if we can really get deep, then I'm going to naturally fall for you to some way, and you're probably going to fall for me as well, and then we'll take that step towards that intimacy, towards sex. But if you're still just chasing after that just because you need to get off, or you need to feel like the man, or you need to feel like you're something amongst your friends, or you still got it, Get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here, bro.
Hold on.
Are you really doing anything special, dog? No.
I usually love most of the things you say and agree with them to most extent, but this whole last whatever that was, minute, 2 minutes was just wild to me. So let me just ask you a question. Let me put it like this. So
okay.
You said that you're not even interested in being intimate with someone if there's no connection. Is
Absolutely. I don't care at all.
What if you're upfront with the details? Like, hey, we're going to lock in.
Well,
we're going to do our thing and then.
So kind of, that's actually what I'm asking here. So say like you're at a bar or something, one of your friends is having an event, or like Colby G's performing, for example, right? And you're there, and a smoke show comes up to you, starts talking to you, Billy, all right? But you're hearing her out and everything, and you know her full intentions right here. She wants to go home with Billy Floyd, but you don't feel that connection. You're going to just respectfully decline?
I've done it multiple times.
Wow.
If she says to me, Billy, all I want to do with you tonight is go home with you, but we have a really good connection and we're talking and we're vibing, I would definitely follow through with it because I'm attracted to who she is. But if she lets it be clear that that's all she wants and we're just talking and it's not going anywhere and
But she's an absolute 10.
I don't care, dude. Like, because I'm not, like I said, I'm picky. I'm not going to settle. You have to have everything that I'm looking for. And you got to have that shock factor of like, are you even real? How am I even living this moment? I don't care about a girl that's really good looking. I care about people, but that's not going to do it for me. Just because you're a knockout and nothing else, it doesn't mean like, ooh, I have to have that just because the look is so tasteful. I don't care.
What if there's
You're a better man than me.
What if there's like, you don't think she's going to be your wife or anything, but like, hey, we're having really good conversation. Oh, we're flirting a little bit. Like, let's spend the night together.
Absolutely.
Okay. I see, yeah.
Okay. That's where we can, draw the line here. I would 100% do that because, again, maybe that won't be my girlfriend or my wife, but maybe that can be a positive connection long term because we have good rapport, we have good back and forth, we have good admiration. I can handle that. But if I'm just like not into it at all and I'm just looking at this person like, wow, the looks are great, but this conversation and what we're talking about is going nowhere, to me, it's just not worth my time because I'd rather just be doing my own thing, being patient and waiting for that right opportunity to come to me.
Yeah, I kind of get what he's saying now because like if I was talking to a girl, like
me.
it'd be hard. If a girl's all over me, I'm gonna like the conversation. I'm gonna like make the conversation good, but I don't know.
So this is how I'm gonna put it. Back when I was a single man, because I am in a relationship now, so we're not talking now, we're talking previous tense.
Okay.
So say for example, same scenario you were just in. All right, I'm at an event, whatever. Absolute smoke show walks up to me, right? Annoys the shit out of me. No connection there, but she is a 100% smoke, and she makes it known that she wants to go home with me. I am pulling out my wallet. I am handing her a one-way ticket on the Sugar Express. No
Respect.
refunds. Choo Choo, giving her a ride. And then, if something happens after that, cool. But if not, whatever. But that's just me.
Everybody's different.
I'm a conductor, so.
You're a conductor. You conduct. We all have our own vision. We all have our own taste. We all have our own way to live. And for me, maybe it might be a little unorthodox, but
I respect the shit out of it.
I really think that the more you do things that align with who you are, the more you're going to attract what you really want. So if I want to attract what I really want the most, does going home with someone that I'm not connected with at all align with my wants for wanting what I want the most? It doesn't align at all. So I'm big on doing things that align with what I want and not doing things that don't align with what I want.
I will say this. I mean, you're probably going home at the end of the night anyway.
That's true.
Going home after the show, like in general?
Well, I'm just the scenario he laid out. Like,
yeah, like you're going home regardless. So why not have
going home and going to sleep?
Because
why not have a passenger princess? Right? That's what they say.
I'm a morning guy, so I would much rather go back home, eat something really delicious that's gonna fuel me for the morning, and then wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock and get a great workout in, and then get after it before 9 o'clock or so in the morning because that's what I love to do. I'd rather do that than have to go home with someone, make it a whole ordeal, worry about them getting home in the morning, figuring out this whole situation the next day when I want to be at the gym working out so then I can get to what I want to do, which is creating and being myself and working on myself the next day.
Well,
I know I might sound different, but that's just what I am.
Different's good, but I mean, you can always call them like an Uber that night. They don't have to spend the night. Oh, but you like to cuddle.
I do love to cuddle, and I'm not gonna cuddle with someone that I don't genuinely.
I
like.
won't do that. I won't
I'm
cuddle
not,
with someone that I
but
like.
I'm not even in that situation because I'm not intimate with someone that I don't actually like.
I cuddle with both you guys.
I would cuddle with you guys too
Yeah.
because I like you guys.
I'd rather cuddle with you guys than a girl that I don't like, though.
Absolutely,
Yes. Oh, for sure.
absolutely. Then it just becomes weird, and then there's like, then you're showing them something that maybe they're like, wait, he likes me, and there's people who will want to be with someone when they don't even like them. So this person now might think that I like them, and they don't even really like me, and now they're starting to like me because I'm showing that I like them when I don't. Then I have to hurt them. It's like, what's the point of this? What is the point of
get
this?
that angle.
Okay. I mean, I would still bring home the 10. But anyway, cuddling. big
Agree to
cuddler.
disagree. I want someone that I can cuddle the shit out of. Someone that we can just be fun with. There's water. There's that flow. There's that energy.
Liquid.
We can watch something. We can giggle.
Pause the movie.
We can talk. We can roll over on each other. We can make fun. Like, we can just have a playful time. Like, I want someone that I'm down to be playful with.
You could be yourself, you
Build
know?
pillow
be
forts.
myself.
No, pillow forts. Yeah, I like to build a fort.
Squeezing each other, tickling. Like, I love all that shit. I don't want to do that with someone I don't like. That's crazy.
Now, obviously, like us being men, we're usually the big spoon, but it's nice to be the little spoon sometimes, I'll say.
Oh, facts.
I don't know how you can be the little spoon. You're like 8 feet tall, bro.
It's called jetpacking.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's where the girl's like kind of on your back.
I've never heard that before, and that's
You get-
hysterical. That's
called jetpacking.
hysterical, bro.
I've never heard that either.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Jesus.
I'd love to see that visual, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to see it. So
Yeah, I prefer being the little spoon too.
it's amazing.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
absolutely great. And for anybody that disagrees, fuck you, you're lying.
Well, it's also like arms just get in the way, like while you're sleeping. It's like, where the fuck?
Dude,
I sleep on my side.
Me
so.
too. And sometimes when I have my arm under the pillow like this, my arm's over here, my arm starts falling asleep. It's a big pain. When I'm a
Once-
little spoon, I can just like.
Yeah, once it's bedtime, I think we can go to our own side.
I roll over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real adult. You cuddle for
Yes.
like 3 minutes and like, okay.
Yeah, until the end of the
Disperse.
movie, till the end of the show, and then when it's like night, like lights out, TV off, and then it's like, all right, let's go back to our own ways. And in the morning, we wake up, cuddle again. Oh, I want this so bad.
February 14th.
February 14th.
It's going to be a
It
big.
does sound nice.
It sounds
It
so
does.
good right now, and
Women
I know
are
I'm gonna
good.
have it.
Women listen to this. You're like, wow, there is like good men out there.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you learn through failure and you learn through being an idiot. Like when you're a kid, when you're a college kid, when you're a high school kid, you lie and you do whatever it takes to get what you want. And you end up hurting people along the way. And I definitely did that. Not in a malicious way of like, oh, I want to hurt this person, or I just wanted to do what was most fun for me. And I always did everything with the right intention. Like I never wanted to hurt someone. But then when you realize that you do hurt people when you lie, or
a
you
shitty
do
feeling.
hurt people when you don't have the right intention,
Yeah.
you have to be able to say to yourself, oh my God, I can't do that again. So sometimes I'll explain to people that yes, I have lied. Yes, I have tried to do whatever I wanted to get what I want. But then I learn from it. And people will be like, oh, you did that? It's like, I did do that. And I don't do that now because I learned that's not the way. But some people are very good at making the same mistake twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 to infinity. At least you're owning up to it.
Hell yeah.
I don't like to make the same mistake twice, and I don't like to hurt people at all. So
So
you
do you believe in
learn-
second chances?
I definitely believe in second chances, 100%, because you have to believe in second chances. Like, are you kidding me?
Good question.
Do you think that everyone is just perfect and they get everything right the first shot?
I think a lot of like we're talking about dating pretty much, essentially. I think a lot of it's timing. So I will
Oh,
give
yeah.
somebody-
all, no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all timing. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
timing.
So I might give somebody the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, they were going through this, like, you know, like hard time in their life, and maybe that's why they acted that way. But I like to see the good in people, so maybe I'm flawed sometimes in that.
No, what I said before, people will treat you like how they knew you, not the new you. So if you have reinvented yourself and you've evolved over the course of however long, it's only fair that you treat them as they are now. And maybe you remember what they were like in the past or what they were going through, but it's not fair to judge them based on their past. We have to see what is actually in front of you. So 100% I believe in second chances.
Yeah, I would need to be like convinced, and I need like an essay, a book report.
Sure.
On what did you do to make these changes? I also like being like sold things. I love a good salesman.
Hey.
This guy is ready to go.
Like I'll go into a place, I'll be like, I love being like sold.
Oh, I'm a lay down, bro. And it's so funny because I'm a salesman by day too. And it's just like, I always say salesmen are the easiest people to sell to, 9 times out of 10 anyway. Like if I'm buying something and, oh, there's this protection plan or this upsell, I'm like, all right, it's only a little bit more.
There's some benefit in
All
that.
right, only a little bit more. Oh, you could sell me the Brooklyn Bridge, bro, and I would buy it. Like, hell yeah. But hey.
Married to the game, baby. Married to the
That's it.
game.
That was funny.
I mean, I think we fucking crushed it so far, so I just got a few more questions. We can wrap it up here, but...
Hit me.
Oh, I asked the ick thing. Oh, actually, I did want to ask Hunter, and I got sidetracked here. So you said your answer, what's a big ick for you? I mean, you're Mr. Live Dating Show host here. You can have some icks. What's a big ick for you that's not his answer?
Oh gosh, I think I might have these written down somewhere because I get asked this a lot. An ick for me. I just don't like mean people.
Yeah, no one likes a bitch.
No, like I'm kind of am attracted to a little bitchiness. I won't lie, but like if you're like truly just like a fucking shit person, and I can't see the good in you. I'm trying to think. If you don't like Harry Potter, that's an ick for me. If you're not willing you're not willing to get into it, if you won't like.
No, that's stupid. I'm not watching that. Then you'd be like, oh, see ya.
Yeah, it's like you like probably don't even like.
Yeah, give it a shot.
No, I love
Why
Harry.
not?
I love Harry Potter. So
Because like I'll watch like what you want to watch and whatnot, but like let me geek out. I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's probably fucking plenty, man. Trying to think.
put him on the spot.
I don't know. I think I got it right
I have an ick for myself, and
Crazy. Okay.
one or not like I have an ick for a girl or like
Oh,
someone
I
I'm
thought you were
into.
gonna like beat yourself up.
Well, there's plenty of flaws we all have, but
Sure.
an ick for me is someone who's not locked in with their health. I think that is a huge one for me.
I love that.
Everybody has their own preference, but I admire and love a girl that is in tune with their body and their mind and what they consume. That means going to the gym. That means being on a schedule. That means consuming positive content. That means consuming nourishing food, not consuming maybe too much of like a tobacco pen or fucking drinks and booze. Like, I understand people have like their deals where they have a little bit, they like to enjoy themselves, they like to party, but I like someone that is very on it when it comes to I'm fully taking care of myself because I'm a temple and I want to be at the best possible position I can be to excel in life. And I genuinely love a girl who's about fitness. Not because, oh, I want them to look good and I want them to be slim and strong. That's just like the byproduct. If you are in the gym and you're getting after it, that just shows me that you are showing up for yourself every single day. You want to get stronger. You're not afraid of being too bulky. You're not afraid to run really hard. You're not afraid to compete. You're not afraid to be a dog. I want someone that shows up every day in the gym, getting after it. They take care of themselves. They go have fun. They go party. They go have a good time. That's great. But they're not overdoing anything because they know I care about my look. I care about my style. I care about my swagger. And most importantly, I care about my health because there's nothing more important than health. So any girl that is on it when it comes to being a healthy individual, what you're consuming, what you're doing, that is like the number one thing I look for. If you're not tapped into that, again, I'm not giving up on you as a person, but we're just not going to have that connection because I'm not going to be here trying to force you to be better. You should already be great, and you should make me want to be better, and you see me doing great things, and you should want to be better like I am. Same synchronicities here.
Actually, Billy just made me realize what my ick is, and it's exactly the opposite of what he said. I can not a fitness girl that's like totally into it, like a bodybuilder girl, can't do it. I like a girl that's like healthy and does her own thing, but
Yeah, I don't work out.
I'm not saying they have to be like a fitness influencer bodybuilder. I'm just saying they have to like
Take care of themselves.
show up and get after it. Like someone, maybe they're not obsessed with the gym, but they go every day and they get stronger and they get faster and they train to perform better.
He's getting me going now. But like if I let's say I was on like Tinder or something, if it's all just gym pics.
Okay. No,
I'm swiping left. Yeah.
And if I see a girl, like I don't care if a girl smokes weed, but like if in your pictures, like you're like just like flaunting
I get it.
that you like smoke weed, like just ripping a bong on your
yeah.
It's just not attractive to me.
Not for you, of course.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like you can smoke weed, I have no problem, but if you're just like that's your personality,
Right.
It's just not for me.
That's like more like behind social media closed doors type stuff, you know?
I agree, but I feel like
I agree with you.
because I don't know, girls judge us off what we do and whatnot. I mean, I'm not really a stoner guy. Like I'll take an edible every now and then. I just started dabbling and whatnot. Yeah, and I don't mind if a girl does it, but it's just like when you're flaunting it, it just turns me off. I'll instantly like I can't see myself with that girl is the problem.
Yeah, no matter what, everyone has a different taste. Everyone has their icks. Everyone has their things they're attracted to.
Yep.
The most important thing is that you stay authentic to what you love and to who you are. Because if you want to attract what you want the most, just stay to what you really want and who you want to become, and you'll
Be
get
yourself,
that.
man.
Exactly. So if you're attracted to this, you're attracted to that, and if you want it, you're gonna have it. But if you're chasing after things that aren't you because you're trying to change to like someone that's hot or like someone that has a status, that's gonna go wrong. So no matter what, no one's wrong, no one's right. We're just being ourselves, and that's what's right.
I love it.
I love it too. So Billy, I know you said you're going into this whole dating show with no expectations.
Sure.
Said, but now, are you doing any preparation, or are you just ready that day to wake up, good AM, and be ready to rock and roll?
I'm just going to be ready to rock and roll
love it.
because I know who I am and I know what I stand for and I know what I'm looking for. And obviously there's questions that I'm definitely going to want to answer. And there's questions that I'm going to ask.
Do you know these questions you're going to ask?
Kind of. I'm ready to answer questions that are going to be thrown my way. And I'm ready to ask the right questions that are going to make me learn more about the people on the stage.
Can you give us a preview of a question you're going to ask?
Yeah, a question I'm definitely going to ask is, tell me about your last relationship
Okay, good.
and tell me about what went wrong and why it didn't work out and what you learned from it. Because I personally think, now this might be a hot take. This might be a really hot take. But I love talking about past relationships.
Me too.
With the girl that I'm talking to.
Absolutely.
I know some guys and some girls who don't talk about anything
Crazy.
from the past.
Crazy.
You're missing out on part of a person's life, a ton of a person's life, just because you're uncomfortable, just because you're going to get jealous of someone
jealousy.
that was in their life before they even knew you. Bruh, are you kidding me, dog?
Zoom in on these facial
That
expressions.
is crazy.
I'm recording right now.
I'm
Love
telling you straight up, you're going to miss out on learning a lot about certain people if you don't talk about what you've been through.
What a fucking answer.
You need to have that confidence to know we're talking about what happened before we were connected. Maybe I can now learn about what you like and what you don't like. If I've never asked you about your past relationships and you react a certain way all the time and I can't figure it out, it's because I didn't talk to you about what you've been through. So if we talked about what you don't like, what happened to you, what you're traumatized by, what fucked you up, what got you here, if you don't talk about that, you're never going to know about this person. So how can you have a sustainable relationship? All because you get jealous and you're afraid to think, ooh, someone else cuddled my girl. Someone else has been in there. Someone else has taken her out. Someone else has kissed her. Yeah, no shit. We're human and we all get with different people at different times.
Yeah.
If you don't have the confidence to own up to the fact that you have this now, you're going to lose this shit because you won't talk about what needs to be talked about.
I love hell of an answer.
She's not yours. It's just your turn.
Exactly. And nothing's...
No, it's not a good thing.
It's it's true.
Well,
I wouldn't put it that way, but it is definitely true. But the thing is,
Billy's like, exactly. Oh,
He's
actually,
like, that shit slapped
but
right
you're,
there, Hunter.
you're to build off that, your turn will end very quickly, or it will become miserable if you're not going to take the time to have those deep conversations about relationships. So I want to learn about what this person has been through. And please, go for it. Fucking ask me, because I'm ready to rip when you ask me about my shit.
That's another
too.
thing, a green flag I look for. This probably sounds toxic of me, maybe. I like girls that it sounds bad, like that have trauma or like past like failure. I like girls that have had struggles in their life.
Yes.
Because I can relate. So
Yes.
I actually talking about traumas, like childhood trauma is my favorite thing. That's what I'm
Sure.
like. That's how I like a girl. Oh, you had trauma too? Like,
It's like you can relate.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what really gets me going.
I see where you're coming from, for sure.
Bro,
love it.
that might be the most hard and factual thing said on this whole show, because every person has trauma to some extent. And if you can be open and honest about it with the person you're trying to connect with, that's how you can build the strongest foundation
Absolutely.
and the strongest relationship. I don't want to be with someone that hasn't been completely broken, because then we don't see eye to eye. You have no idea what it's like to be at rock bottom and to have had some things happen to you.
So
if you-
overcome struggles.
Right. So if you have overcome stuff, I'm going to gain a lot of perspective and a lot of knowledge about you. And I'm
And
gonna have a lot of
respect.
respect. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to say respect right after that. Exactly. And you're going to have the same feelings towards me. So if you can't talk about that stuff, what are you going to talk about? The fucking football game? What are you going to talk about? What your friends are doing? What are you going to talk about? Drama, nonsense, like single, like nonsense that happens every day? Like, who cares? Like, let's get real and let's get honest. And trauma, relationships, the real stuff, that's what builds people up.
So back to what I was saying, give us a preview of one question. That was a great answer. So say their answer is, oh, I don't want to talk about my past relationship. Red flag, right?
Definitely a red flag. But I will say, given the circumstance, we're on a stage in front of however many people, a couple hundred
Great
people.
outlook. I was even
If
thinking
you're
like that.
not comfortable talking about that in front of these people, I get it.
I'll make sure they're prepped.
Yeah, make sure they know that might come up for sure, Hunter. But if you can do that publicly, that's amazing, and I will give you like 1,000,000 points.
So
I
like
won't-
we could talk about it later answer would be okay.
Right.
Dude, I'm
100%.
thinking about myself on the show. Like, if I was a contestant, like, this shit's gonna be really hard. So
It's
props to
scary.
people. So like,
Sure.
I don't know what I'd say. It's one thing saying it on this podcast, and it's gonna be put out to the internet later. Being on a stage with people staring at you, like,
Dude, it's
like-
terrifying. It's to be
Just
open-
imagine everybody else in their underwear.
But you got to think about how
Yes.
vulnerable do you want to get on that stage? Because
Right.
there's
Right.
levels to it. They don't have to go as vulnerable as possible.
Right.
But people might look at you weird if you do that. Like, you should probably go that medium route. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right. And again, like I said before, I commend every woman who gets on that stage and does their thing. And I have a good feeling that if they're, in the right situation, which they are, and if they're for me, they will be able to handle a question like that.
Sure.
And if they're not, then it's not going to be a deduction, but I'll definitely be more into the people that are honest and willing to share. But if they don't, I totally get it, because that is a deep question that you're now explaining to a couple hundred people that you've never met before.
Absolutely.
So, but I'm going to ask that question because I want to apply some pressure, and I want to set the tone because I want them to apply some pressure to me. I want to answer the hard questions because clearly I share everything on social media. I'm a creator. I'm open with everybody I talk to. I want to keep bringing that out because I know it's going to change lives. It's going to help people. That's my perspective.
I love that. Big things have happened very quickly for Wingman of the Year. And
Yes.
as we said, only getting started. All of us only getting started. I'm a wingman now. Once again, I'd just like to throw it out there.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
The
much. Feels
man.
great. Love being here. But what do you see for Wingman of the Year in 2024?
Man, I just really want to get more consistent. I think if I get consistent, that's the final piece here. I got the fucking right people around me. That was step one. I think just getting consistent and doors are going to start unlocking. And I think more revenue is going to come into the business.
Yes.
And like Billy always says, getting those fucking reps in. If I could put out 50 dating shows this year, I know my life's going to look a lot different. But if I only put out 5 this year, I'm going to feel like I'm stuck in place. It's easier said than done sometimes. Or did I say that right? Easier said than done? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. And you couldn't be more right about the repetitions. It's Why not? Why can't I do more? Why shouldn't I do more? The answer is there's no answer. You just got to do more. You have to do it. And the more you put yourself out there, the more repetitions you get up, the more shots you take, the better you get. It's that simple. You know the deal. So just keep those reps coming, baby. Keep those shots flowing.
I want to be able to like look back on the year and be like, I fucking was moving and shaking this year. Like I
Left it out there.
I put that work in. But on the other hand, I guess my fear is I saw this quote. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but like someone I forgot who said it, is like his greatest fear is like in a year realizing you're in the same spot as you were a year ago. Like that's fucking.
That's
terrifying.
horrible.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
But
gotta elevate.
It's
Man.
the
So-
worst
Stay liquid.
possible thing that
Stay
can ever happen
liquid.
to you.
I just want to put out better content. I want to be able to think, wow, I'm turning 30 this year.
yeah.
I hit there last year.
So
Congrats, boys.
Thanks, Billy.
I'm excited to turn 30 in a few years.
Of course you fucking are. It
Mentality.
sucked. It
I
fucking
feel-
sucked.
I feel like my prime's gonna be 35 though, so I'm not actually.
Oh, prime is going to be, 35, 40. We're going to be wheeling and dealing.
Dude, girls love older dudes.
That's true.
Get like some touch of gray there, you know. I'm like,
We're just going to be loving ourselves even more, bro. 'cause
think
we're gonna
about
put
like
that
the
work
girls
in.
that or the guys that like girls drool over in Hollywood, like Gerard Butler. He's probably like,
Ryan Reynolds is my favorite.
well, he's got probably like 45.
Ryan Reynolds is my favorite actor ever. I love that. He's a dream. Like, he's
Women like
everything.
mature men. I mean, they like a goof too, but like
Yep.
he goes to work, gets his shit done, and then he
People
listens.
are about their business, bro.
What size shoe do you wear?
I
I'm just staring at these things. I'm
think
like,
it's a 13. I go between a 12 and a 13. Billy's looks like they're pretty big too.
you must
These
have,
are like an 11, I think.
you must have a really big pair of socks. But yeah, great answer. I think big things are coming for Wingman of the Year 2024. You've built a hell of a brand, hell of a team. I'm happy to be here.
Hell yeah.
And Billy, what's coming for you in 2024? Where do you want to be at the end of the year?
At the end of the year, I just want to be more well known. I want
I like that.
a lot of people to know what I'm about and to respect it a little bit more. And I want to connect with other people, like I said before, that are on the same wavelength. I want to have more of an impact. I want to be way more locked in on helping people, helping kids, doing what I do best, which is inspiring and helping
Hell yeah.
people see the right picture. And I want to just be a better performer. I want to be better on camera. I want to come up with better content. I want to come up with a business for myself. I just want it to be more known that I'm here to make a difference. And if you want to be a part of it, I would love to have you. And if I can be a part of what you're doing, I would love to be a part of it. The whole mission for this year is to just move fast and to strike while the iron's hot. Because so often you have a really good idea and it fires you the hell up. And the worst thing that can happen is for you to sit there and think for way too long.
Yes.
It's one thing where you have to definitely plot and plan and think of the right approach to attack something, but you got to be thinking quick and you got to go fast, because when that iron's hot, you strike and you have no time to doubt yourself, because too often you sit on an idea and you think and you think, and then you start to convince yourself why you shouldn't do it. And then eventually you end up not doing it, and then you're in the same place you were 2 weeks ago looking for a whole new idea because your great idea expired because you didn't strike.
Or same
while the
place you were
iron's
last
hot.
year.
Exactly.
What you're explaining is anxiety.
Shoot or shoot,
Right.
baby. Yeah, you are. You
I
gotta,
mean, everybody on the planet is anxious. Every single person has anxiety to some degree. It never goes away. But what you can do is get great at managing your anxiety, so you can use your anxiety and turn it into energy. So instead of being anxious about something, being all freaked out and then not doing it, you can say, okay, I'm anxious as fuck and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to die if I try this. Why not just fucking send it? And then you realize pretty quickly,
shoot or shoot.
action alleviates anxiety, like we always talk about. It's our favorite quote in the book.
That shit changed me. Like,
Changes your
before
whole
this,
life.
the last show, I can't even begin to tell you guys how stressful it was. There were so many things that need to be done. I even have it with this show, but we did it once before. The action alleviates anxiety quote that Billy dropped on me like a year before that changed everything. I was like, okay, I'm like stressed the fuck out. The only like I could have like had a beer, calm down. That's temporary. The only thing was to take action. Like, okay, if I knock this off my fucking to-do list, boom, I'm not worrying about it.
You're infinitely cured.
Yeah.
It's the greatest medication on the planet. I know some people take pills. I know some people don't take anything because they just sit in it. But if you just take that action drug and you send it, you will realize that you are cured quicker and more efficiently than ever. So this year is about action, and this year is about doing everything when the idea is hot. Because if you sit there and wait for the excuses to pile up, you're not going to do it. Instead, find that one excuse to do it. If you can find one little excuse to fucking send it, that's all you could ever need.
Stay locked in, and you don't have to get locked in.
Dude,
That's
that was
the
good.
motto,
He
bro.
dropped that at the beginning. That
I
was
know.
good.
I love it.
It's just facts, bro. Like, why am I going to have to
Stay
try to
ready
get-
so you don't have to get ready. I think that's the original.
Yeah.
It's the exact
Same
same
thing.
thing. It's the same thing. And if you're constantly working on yourself, if you're all about the good habits, you're not about the bad habits, and you're doing the little things every day while taking a big leap when it's time and striking while that iron's hot, you're going to have a lot of success. And if you just do that, you're not going to be in the same place next year that you are this year.
It's all that energy, man. Like, it literally, like, we're balls of energy. That shit attracts. Like, that's why we're in the same room right now. Because we all see
Fuck yeah.
shit the same, and we share the same ideologies. And I wouldn't be in here if I didn't care about something, wasn't passionate about something.
If
Hell
you,
yeah.
if
He
you,
wouldn't have asked me to be here.
if you didn't
True.
take any action, none of this would have happened. You just would have had anxiety, and that would have led to stress, and stress leads to absolute suffering.
But
So we're not
anxiety
about
is a
that.
good thing. Stress and anxiety is a
Anxiety's
good thing to
huge.
get you going.
We
It
need
shows
it.
you care.
Yeah.
And it's just like, get your ass to motion. It should. Don't let it freeze you.
Yep, absolutely.
Hell fucking yeah.
Woo.
So, folks, get your tickets. Wingman of the Year live, February 14, 2024, Albany Funny Bone. Link down below. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because all the times I did the Garage Boozing podcast, I never said that, which is shocking. I know I'm supposed to say that. So, yeah, hit the like button right now. But, fuck yeah, boys. Let's make 2024 our bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now exit the train. We have arrived at your destination. We hope you enjoyed your stay on the Shurga Express. We'll see you next time for another Choo Choo.
That was great.